Hi everybody! Welcome to Art Night. It's Andrea, and I'm being safe because I'm at Sherry Beiers' house today. We are doing our online art night. Hopefully you can hear me through this mask. But tonight it's all about Sherry Beiers, and she is painting a Muskoka Monet. So grab your stuff. You have a couple minutes, and you can get ready. So grab your canvas. If you're following along from home and you didn't get a kit from Let the Cat Go, then you need some blue, white, yellow, and brown paint. Grab what you have at home. Grab a board or something awesome to paint on. Hi, Teresa. And then we'll get started in a few minutes. We've already got 4 people watching. It's so great. So Sherry doesn't have a mask on because I'm at her house. So we're keeping safe and doing this for you guys. So have a great time. And here's Sherry.
Do I have to wait for the ear to
No, you're all good.
Hello, everyone. I wish I could see everyone. They could see me, but I can't see everyone. Here's our Muskoka Monet, and here's my canvas. You've all have an art kit, I hope.
We've got 2 minutes to spare.
We got 2 minutes to spare. How do we know who's here? Teresa's here.
We've got a couple people online. Say hello, give us a comment.
Yeah. And tell me to slow down, speed up, whatever you like. This is my first time doing a live painting. We hope it's going to be good. It's going to be fun anyway. That's the main thing. We always have fun. So are we waiting for everybody to get on board? We're not quite 6:30.
Maybe 1 more minute.
Okay. All right. Everybody has the canvas, I'm thinking anyway. If you have a look at this one up here, this is what we're going to start with. It is a Monet. But I'm thinking that maybe we're going to make it a little bit Muskoka Monet, a little bit more. You have lots of options. Also, if you don't have the colors of paint that we talked about, Monet did a lot of pastel colors and stuff like that, so you really only have to grab a few colors. White is one of the important ones. You'd have to get that. If you have some house paint would probably work too.
We've got Diane Finlinson from Huntsville.
Oh, yay, Huntsville. Good.
And we've got Tim McCall.
Good.
Can't get it on the TV.
Who's that? Lynn?
No, that's
Lynn asked me how to get it on the TV, and I'm not the tech person. That's Andrea. So I have to. Oh, there I can see things now on there. That's pretty cool. Andrea Balmer is watching. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
She's just sitting over there underneath the dartboard, but I'm not allowed to play darts right at this time. So
we've got Emily that used to work at the studio.
Oh, good. I bet you they're having a glass of wine though.
I bet.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, so I think you can get started.
All right. So first off, we're going to look at the bridge part. This is going to go, a painting is going to go a lot all over the place. We're just going to get a little bit mixed up today. Because it's a smaller canvas than we usually do for art night, it gives us a lot more options. And you're going to say, well, Sherry, you always say paint the whole background first. What are you going to say tonight? I'm going to say, forget what I told you before, because it's not going to work like that tonight. We're just doing something different. First off, we need to find a center line. I think everybody has a piece of tape in their kit. But really, all you have to do is get a point here and a point here. This is this line here, right there. So we're going to get that line sort of in place. And you have chalk it across. You got a line. Perfect. And then the next line is going to be this line here. And then that's about all for the bridge so far. Then I realized, I thought, oh, it's got some down parts. I'm going to put some down. And then I thought, oh, well, you know what? Hey, that works out about the same. That's a good guide. So I could go from the corner up to that post. And this is only going to be rough. We're going to fix this up a lot. We just want to find out, get this bridge established and see if we like it there. And if you do make a mistake, good thing about acrylic always is that you can change it up, right? So I'm sure everybody's like still working on their bridge. It's going to be a bit to do the bridge. Everybody going, slow down. We've got lots of time. No problem. So in your kit, you got a little brush and you got a foam brush. And I'm going to try to hold up. Right now, I'm only going to work with 3 colors. I don't have any white on there. I've got my blue, my brown, and my yellow. But right now, to do the bridge, mixing that blue and brown together, I don't know if you can see that, gives you a great color. And it's a color, it's not black. A lot of people want to go grab that black. This is a time where we're doing a limited palette. We've only got blue, yellow, white, brown. That's it. And it sort of makes everything tie in a bit more. And that's the cool thing about it. So generally, you got lots of time. We're just going to go over that chalk and try to make a bridge. And as I say, just a light touch. You're just trying to figure out where you want it. And that's blue and brown. Just lightly. You're going to say, I'm going to put this in and then I'm going to paint over it probably. A little bit, but it's going to be a guide. I just realized, and I always have my thumb, my little pinky on the screen when I'm doing these kinds of... What's that?
We can see you very well.
Oh, good. Perfect. Looked like thunderstorm there a little while ago, and I thought, oh, what happens if the power goes off in the middle of this big production?
Well, we can move outside. I'm sure it'll be...
Yeah, mosquitoes are out there. Another thing I want to say is when you're doing something with a fine brush like this little wee brush, you got to get rid of the excess. I'm not a fan of water, but I do have my little guy here. He's a sponge, and he's got water in there. So every time, because it gets gummed up there. So every time you think that you're getting gummed up, you got to get rid of that. Start again. You don't want to have it where you're poking your paint like this, and it's a big habit, and I've done it myself a lot. So, but you really couldn't want to do a drive-by kind of thing. Get the paint just on the edge, and if you get it all gummed up a bit, that's not going to work. So, I'm just going to get rid of some. Let's see if that works. So, let me talk about the bridge too, by the way. Say you hate this kind of bridge, and you think, I can't do this curve. Take your chalk and wipe it off, and you could just go straight across. If you think about Stubbs Falls Bridge, you think about, there's a bridge out 118, somewhere out there that's a railway bridge. It sort of goes like straight across, and then it's got these kind of things going on. It's cool too. It doesn't have to be this bridge. We're just doing bridge, water, sky, background kind of stuff. So anything you want to adapt to it, if you want to make it more of a falls, that's up to you. This is your painting. You know what to do with it. And if you don't like your bridge at all, you can't stand it, you can paint it over too, but it's a good try. It's a good one to play along with.
So Sherry, why did you pick this painting?
Good question. I wanted to pick one with a limited palette, for one thing. And pond, you don't have to have your lilies over here, you don't have that. And it just sort of, there's no copyright on it. That's one good thing. That's, everybody seems to be doing a little bit of that kind of thing. It sort of reminded me of Muskoka, in one sense, because of the pond. Maybe not so the bridge. I don't know. There's some of those around.
We've got some of those, yeah.
Yeah, some of those around, but it was just it's perfect for this size. I just thought it just spoke to me a bit. I'm not a real big pastel color one, so as soon as I went through there and found one that wasn't pastel, I thought, oh, that's good. That's I don't know. I should try a pastel one.
I think for our students that are, I'm gonna poke my head in. Hi guys. I think for our students that join us at Let the Cat Go, this is a great painting for you if you've been following Sherry for a while, because it takes you up a notch. This is something that you can achieve step by step with Sherry, or even just by practicing. So thanks for joining us tonight.
Perfect. Yeah, so we got this line here too we gotta play with. You notice that there's no green on your palette. Oh well, we don't need green because we got blue and yellow. That's gonna work out. So we're making all the greens tonight. There's artists that don't buy green at all, and one of the things is with this, it's a color harmony because it's such a limited palette. Now, if you want to do more blue in there, that's easy. You just go along. But see, I'm pinching my brush off, cleaning it off, dipping it in my sponge a little bit there. just to clean off that. I think because you get too much paint on it, right? Paint, paint, paint. This is the finicky part. Is everybody liking doing the bridge, or are we all just concentrate?
I think they love it.
Just concentrating. Nobody's jumped off the bridge yet. That was good. We get to see these paintings of, hopefully. I think it should be a show and tell somewhere along the line.
Yeah, if they post it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Perfect. And you know, comments are good because we need to know what part was good, what part wasn't so good. Can't see. So just really just keep going along, trying to make that some kind of. You see, I didn't do the center line. You can do it now or not, but I'm not going to do it now because I think I can easily do that later. There's no white on there. There's no highlights on there yet. We're just doing dark. Give me a guide there, Andrea, if we should go on to the next part or we should stay on the bridge.
I think you're going at a great speed. Just give us a message if anyone thinks that we're going too fast.
We're not done with this bridge. We're going to come back. So, and the good thing about this kit is, like, don't use all your paint tonight because you're going to wake up tomorrow and say, I got to fix that up. And acrylics dry darker, so the white part here, you know, you might find, you know, by tomorrow or the lily pads, the white sort of, you know, want to touch it up. So don't mix up all your paint. Try to save some. Get the caps back on them, too. That's a good thing. How are we doing?
I think we're good. You're going at a good pace.
Good pace, good pace. Oh, I want to show one other thing. Remember, your kit had this. Now, say if you're really getting stuck at doing a straight line, you can just get a little bit of the colors. A little bit color, because I'm trying to make it as dark as I can. I don't want to paint black, but see that chisel there? That could give us a good line if we wanted to. A little thicker than maybe I want, but you're going to come in with another color, so it doesn't matter. So if you wanted to do the whole thing that way, that's cool too. We're going to land this bridge a little bit here and here, so, you know, go over to the edge because it gives you some freedom, but hopefully that looks a bit straight. So we're still on the dark colors. I'm going to change brushes for a few minutes. So I'm going to clean off my little wee one for now. And you probably got another brush in your kit. Hopefully. Yeah, I see the kit's here. So still in the dark. I'm not going to use any light colors yet. So there's yellow in there, but I'm going to say, I want to look at the painting. I want to say, where's all the dark colors on this painting? So, looking up here, there's dark colors up here. And as I said, I'm going to jump all the way around. This is reflection in here. This is, you know, maybe this could have been more over here. You could have a dark part here. You can have some sand over here. You got the color. It's whatever. And maybe this a bridge reminds you of somewhere else. But generally, we're just going to jump in. I'm going to do more mixing on the canvas than on my palette. So I just want to give it a stroke. See, oh, what happens when I put yellow? I'm going to put a little brown in there. What happens when I do that? Put a little brown over here. Not good, but it's okay. Just a little cross. It might give you a little stroke of, oh, another thing too is if you want some white, yellow parts up here, it doesn't go over the canvas so well. So if you want yellow up there, you might want to get a little part and just say, I want a little yellow up there, so I'm going to just remind myself that I want yellow up there. Almost painted on the wrong one. Gotta fix that one up maybe. So I'm just sort of telling myself, yeah, just put some light colors up there. So I'll get the, so as I said, we're jumping around. It's fun to jump around. We're going to do lilies later, grass later. Oh, look at this color down here. See though, these ones here, I always thought they were the weeping willows of that pond. Now, if you wanted to do a more Muskoka tree, then you got to do something different than he did with the, you know, he just like to lay it down. But you're going to have fun here. I'm just going to do over here. What do I see back here? Oh, that's just stuff going up. So this is going to be wherever you feel like doing, you're going to put in. So anyway, some dark colors, dark places. I want to put darks. And dark, 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 and dark down here. Maybe reflection. I'm going to get more blue in this one.
What happens if they put a color down and they don't like where it is?
They don't like because it's too dark, or?
Yeah.
Well, the acrylics, you can let it dry, paint over it, or you can try adding some white. You just leave it for now. You can add some white to it. You could try to, like, say I got that right there. Here, this is too green for me. I think, oh, I'm going to clean my brush, get some blue out. Oh, I'll put more blue over top of that. That might work.
And what do you have your paints on there?
That's a palette. That's just a piece of cardboard with wax paper over top of it. I find it just easy. I can save that cardboard and throw out the wax paper. And we tried different things. Oh, I like that blue that's coming in there. And you know, that's the thing. This is your paint. Oh, look at that blue. That's cool. Maybe it's a bluer night than blue. Yeah, I like that. But mixing the paints, if you mix up, you keep mixing here before you go on there, then you're just going to have it all the same color. You don't want it all the same color. And if you don't like it, just try to add to it. Keep wiping your brush though, because that's a good thing. Get rid of some of that. What's going on now? We got a lot of dark in there. I'm going to get some dark down here. This area down here is going to be bigger than. It's hard to paint the bottom of the canvas right now, but is everybody having fun with this cross kind of stroke, or getting that kind of deal where you might just pull the reflection down a little bit, go across once, pull it down a bit? You got some spots there. We'll come back and get that. And we haven't even touched white yet. I got some dark spots up there. I got like that blue part back in there. I'm gonna go around here. Ooh. Get skitty. I'm gonna come back. You're gonna see where the.
Isn't this normally where you tell people to take a drink if they need it?
Yeah. How come I only have tea?
At home, hopefully everybody's enjoying some drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look a lot different than what's supposed to be happening on here? Yeah. I talk too much, so I need to brush. So everybody got dark spots where they think they want. You can go put more in, but it's just a little easier right now. I think I'm going to get some green in there. There's foliage back in there, but I don't want to stop right at that bridge. I want to make it sort of carry on a little bit. And as I say, this is the painting you're going to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm going to change that just a touch. So let me stand back and look at it. I always usually leave my tea at the other end of the room so I can. Oh, I like this part in here. That sort of turned out okay. You might not put some lily pads. You might see some spot where you think didn't turn out so well. I might put some more lily pads in there. I like that green on the canvas. Cool. I usually have hecklers by now.
Well, everyone's just kind of logging in and saying hi, but yeah, if they need any help, tell them I can help out with a message.
Yeah. So no white has started yet, but we're going to get to white pretty soon.
Would you call this the ugly stage?
Yes, definitely. I think it's done. That's why I said tomorrow morning. I like to know how many people get up tomorrow and just play with it a bit more, and that's the beauty of doing these kind of things with the kit. Usually when we do the ones that let the cat go, they're done after the class and they don't have paint. This way is good because you have the paint and everything. So let's get some white out. No, like white out. So if you see my brush is dirty, like with the paint, right? And I just stuck it in the white. So I've got myself another canvas because I just know myself a bit here. You could do strokes like that. This one had a little bit of that kind of stuff going on. This is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. But I think that light area in the one example, his was quite dark right across. And I thought, I wanted a bit lighter. Look. Here I am critiquing Monet. That's not good. But generally mixing the colors on there just gets the paint all over the place. I'm surprised everybody's not putting up a fuss about How come I didn't get to paint the canvas first? But that yellow didn't go. I just gonna get some pure. Now this might be a time where I gotta clean my brush out a bit. I want to go to some white, so I'm just gonna give it a wipe with a paper towel. I'm not using water because I don't want to water this down, but if you really need to, or if you really need to use the water for this part, if you're finding this, it's about the only time that I'd recommend it. If you're out buying your own supplies, medium would be better. Yeah, this is getting pretty ugly. I like the jumping around part in this one. I'm not going to go down to do too much there yet. They are. Did some little squiggly marks for those weeping willow kind of stuff. How's everybody's bridge?
Hopefully it's done.
Oh, cool. Well, we're going to go back and put all kinds of highlights on that, so, you know, don't get alarmed. If you're not done, that might be something you want to fix up tomorrow, too. And you can do that, because that's easy. Good thing about this is when the colors are wet next to each other, it lets them blend in. Just really trying to work on a background. More dark up there needed. I think I've got to go back to my little dark part. Here, get some dark. I want somewhere that your eye's going to go into. I can lighten it up if I get. That's a good thing. Lighten it up. Bounce around. I'm going to make myself a little green white part here. Let's see where I can use that. I just want to sort of outline what I'm going to be doing here. This is just more or less blocking in, because I know that that's going to be, it's got a little movement there with that stuff. Do all kinds of stuff with there. See, there's a bit of dark there. I'll create that in there too a bit. Real dark. Moving around. Need to work my brush.
What do you say to people if they're feeling like they don't know where to put the color?
Close your eyes, just put it on there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's no real big thing. This is water, and this is background. That's a bridge, and there's sides coming in. You can't do anything wrong here. It's straight. All these strokes are going to go straight across for the water, more or less. There's some reflection strokes down, but if you did them all just straight across, there's nothing wrong there. Good thing about this paint, because you know, you got that color in there, you think, oh, I'm going to put some up there. That color should be down here eventually. Bouncing around. I said it was going to be bouncing around, Nate. Has anybody put their brush in their drink yet? I think it depends on what kind of mood you're in too sometimes with this kind of painting. Dark mood, pastel, light mood. Wonder, Lynn was trying to get her set up on the TV. I don't know if is that something that's possible?
I've never heard that before.
No.
But...
I also had a question. What happens if somebody wants to do one of these and have a house party? Like the house
you just click on it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it says have a house party watch along with your friends.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But we could do a private one too if they had a function or something and they wanted. That would be cool. Tailor made.
That's right. Also, this link, just maybe remind people, is available forever.
Forever.
After we finish.
Good God. Forever and ever. I'm just filling in some white spots, but I'm trying not to blend it too much. I'll go back up there later. It's what you feel. I'm just going to stand back and have a look. You should try, I know a lot of people probably don't have an easel, but if you can just stand back every once in a while, just see, have a look at it. I did a painting the other day on a canvas cloth, and I laid it down on the table, and then I tipped it up. I thought, oh, the dimensions or something are wrong with this, because I didn't get that chance to walk around to have a look at it. It is quite a difference. All in all, the fence is going to be, or the fence for the part here is going to be there. Wiping my brush again. Keep it clean. It's nice to get into whiter color without just little X strokes around. See what happens here. She's no Bob Ross.
So it's been 25 minutes, so
yeah.
Hopefully everybody's okay for their progress. But if you're finding it, Sherry's going too fast, just hold off, maybe watch to the end, and then you can rewind. As long as it's not live, you can rewind.
You're going to say, what'd she say?
I know my mask is all over the place.
She's 6 feet away from me. That's a good part. Got lots of space in here for tonight. I see a little light part in there. As I say, acrylic's dry a little bit darker, but really right now we're going around and around trying to get some paint here and there. I don't want that down there. No right or wrong. Change up your strokes a bit. It doesn't matter. It's really all about color. You see the blending in of the color is. You can make more mistakes with this because nobody knows this as much. If you're painting black and white picture, you'd stand out a mile a minute. Remember, there's no white on that bridge yet. We're just doing it. We're going to go back to the bridge. That might be your morning project. I don't know. I'll see how far I get, but I'll get you the idea. Oh, a lot of yellowy back there. I'm going to clean my brush again. I got a lot more paint out here than I need. You guys should have plenty of paint. But if you want to change it, you can just... And if you really don't like anything, sometimes let it dry. You can put a hairdryer to it. But you're not going to... If you do a hairdryer, you're not going to get that blending kind of thing that we're doing right now. That's all. Get some... I'll change my mind now. Put yellow now, put blue. Something will stick. Maybe you're painting this for a certain place you want more blue in it. Don't know. Let's create that line down here.
Just watch your back there, Sherry, because you're in front of the camera a little bit.
All right. They missed the big part. I just did this line then. A little bit there. Just a guide. I can't touch that brush with, can't touch that painting yet with that, or that, oops, that's brown up there. See, there's brown up there, and I don't want it, so I just gotta wait till that dries and just cover it up. Where are we at now? Whole different ball game, isn't it? Put some darks in here. I think it's a matter of a painting that's really a feeling, because if you're just like going along, and it's great that you just are sort of absorbed in the painting, and you forget to look at this one. You think, I'm doing this one. You really have to do the same. You don't want to stop one color though and do that. So that this color should sort of blend in. You just don't want to have the whole bridge green and not a different color there, because it's a see-through kind of thing. I get some green foliage down here. I'm just going to try these kind of strokes to see if, instead of the down, because it's more of a bush kind of stuff probably there.
Is that the technical term for
foliage?
Yeah. That's a bush?
This is a bush. This is a Muskoka bush. If we lift the doors here later on, you can see one. That looks like Muskoka to me.
Yeah. It's coming.
It's coming along. Though when it's wet, it's just nice to think. You don't want to do that whole space with the same thing, but I do want to tie it in a bit. And you might change your mind several times by the time you get. And you're allowed. It's your painting. I'm going back to do my bush. Whatever this is.
So are you doing like a rounded stroke?
Yeah, little C strokes. Well, I just thought, I didn't really do it too much, but I thought this is up and down, probably behind, but this is like the bush.
The bush?
The bush. You think I'd know better. That's that bush there.
just trying to change the texture.
Yeah. And I thought, oh, I think one place here, I'm going to wave again. You think, it's going to be darker down here, right? The closer to the water. I can go back in and add a little dark. That'll give it some depth. Maybe you could see through there a little bit more. Is anybody seeing that part there? Just so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my parents used to watch Bob Ross just for fun. They never painted. Just watching away. It's like curling. You don't have to watch. You don't have to curl, but a lot of people like watching it.
Teresa says you two are having too much fun.
Yeah, we are. Are we done yet? We missed you, Teresa.
I'm pretty sure there's some people watching that aren't painting, which is great. Maybe you'll be inspired.
Yeah. Are we gonna come up with some new
To paint?
Yeah. What are we gonna do?
You never like my ideas.
No. You can come up with them. Probably pastel painting you're probably gonna mention.
Some kind of full body painting with lots of masks.
Ah.
I'll bring children into it.
Oh, right. So you're doing the next one.
Well, I heard you were doing Van Gogh.
Well, I'm trying to develop that one. That's a question. Does everybody have a hairdryer, or would they use a hairdryer halfway through? Because that one really...
We might have to pre-record that one so we can speed through the hairdryer.
Yeah, because it's a bit different. I haven't perfected it. If it well, I don't claim to perfect his painting, but perfect our needs. Oh, so now you gotta stand back and have a look. Shh, there's dark in there too. More gives it some depth as soon as you go like there.
If anyone has any ideas or thoughts of things they'd like to see on our online art nights, please put it in the comments so that we can make some new tutorials.
Yeah, that'd be good. We need to know, what's working and what's not for sure, right? This is not a professional company.
Yes, we are.
Oh, now we are. Oh gosh, now we are. We should up the game here. I gotta look back in here and see what's going on.
You need to have a little tagline. Doesn't Bob Ross have a tagline like
a squirrel?
Happy little mistakes, or
Oh yeah. That's something like that. He also took. I remember. Then he take his brush and bat it on the thing down here.
Get the turpentine in there.
Yeah. God. One thing I wouldn't want to do is smell that turpentine all day. At least these you don't have to smell it. We still got our bridge in there, so we know where it is. Still good. Huh. What are we doing for time?
We're at 7 o'clock.
How much time do we have?
As much as you like.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna, here, there's strokes up, sort of up like that, and strokes sideways. So I'm just looking at that. I don't really care for that part there. Hope nobody wants to buy this one. Better fix it.
You should mention what you want
Oh,
to
yeah.
do with it after.
I'm gonna take this one to let the cat go, so it's gonna be this one here, it's gonna be very inexpensive. It's just a matter of trying to get some paint money, try to get money back, put it back into starving artist people. Oh, you should talk about what's going on at the annex, Andrea. I'll just paint away.
All right. I'm going to come a little bit closer because I want to make sure that everybody
I'll take
hears
a
me.
2-second break.
Okay.
Because I need you to have a tea.
Hi. I'm the one hanging out in the back making crappy jokes. So at the annex, we have changed our whole setup so that we have a window shop, and Let the Cat Go Studio is kind of shut down in person, and now we do art kits. This is hot. We do art kits, and you can basically pick up a kit and then do an online tutorial. So this is a version of that, and we have a whole bunch of different mediums for all different ages. So you can do kids ones, you can do adult ones. You can try one and then switch mediums completely, but we're trying our best to make things work and just hopefully be back in the studio doing classes. But right now we're keeping everybody safe and keeping them at home. So you can go online at www.letthecatgo.com to order your art kits, or you can shop for artists like Sherry on www.artannex.ca, and you can buy everything at the annex. Whew, it's hot.
Keep that on.
I am. You can do everything online. We have 12 artists with the Wild Arts Collective, and also Tanya List Design, which Tanya sells handmade pottery and plants, and then all the Let the Cat Go stuff. So whatever your heart desires, we have it. We could ship it and deliver it and all that kind of stuff. Now, Sherry, get off your break. Come on, it's time to go.
I was in the director's chair there, in the director's lawn chair. I was just having a look at this from the distance. Now, you can't really see that. I'm going to go back. So I'm going to rinse this brush in for a second. I'm going to go back to that little brush and get some white out and pump up that bridge again. And we might have to do that. You might do that several times through your painting, but I just don't want to lose sight of it. See, there was a dark color on it, right? So now we just go with top. See if I can catch the top. This is the steady hand part. I always remember back when I did the art battle, Andrea, when the first one I was doing my horizon and my hand was going like this. I go, oh, I guess it's a little bumpy now, but good to do this. That was fun. I missed the art battle.
Well, they have.
Yeah, they invited me for online, but I don't think that was going to be the same for me. But enough pressure there. This is quite thick. And one of the things, if you do look at the real Monet ones, you'll see that it's all the bridges are all the colors pretty in that he's used. So it's just like a dirty white, tinted white sort of. Called some painters dirty brush painters. Not sure if that's nice, but so. And if I think, oh, this is, as I said, this is going to go back and forth several times. You might get rid of some, might put it back, but you got the general idea where stuff is. That one's supposed to be email, but get my. Fix up this bridge again. Go back and see if I get the darks underneath. Yeah, I think when I did this one, it was back and forth, back and forth. Bridge got a little thicker as you go along. Is Emily still there, or did she go?
I can't really tell who's come and gone, but
He's come and gone.
We'd love to hear some sassy comments from people if they want to charm in.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have any hecklers. No, they'll come. They're all busy doing bridge work. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to. It's just a. I'm stepping back and having a look. Put the weight on one page.
So normally, if you weren't talking online, how long would this painting take you to do?
I think that one took me an hour and a half.
Yeah?
Yeah. I tried not to fix it up after. I tried just to do it in an hour, I could wake up and change that all completely. That's one of my problems is like, oh, I don't like that now, but, and that doesn't mean, I sort of wish I was more attention to detail, so that might not even be a good trait to paint fast. I always have painted fast. Nice blue. The blue color underneath here, cool, would be cool.
I think that's one of the biggest things when I hear people getting frustrated is they think it needs to be finished in one go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some people paint several paintings at the same time, so they, they might work it. I'm just wiping the paint off my computer. before it dries on my laptop. This is brand new. It's got plenty of time to get paint on it later.
Real life, everybody.
Hey, I don't even have that 3-second delay if I made a swear word or something. This is supposed to be adult night, but we have children watching. I think this kids could do this painting too. In their form. It's just a bridge.
So you're putting on the dark?
Yeah, I'm going back and forth with the dark and the blue. Or dark and the white. I keep going back and forth. That's how I got the paint on the computer. So now I'm going back to white again. One of the things is, you see here, that part there, it's not going to show up so much because that's light in the background. So that might be something to watch for if you got all the white parts. So over here maybe we'll get more dark. I don't know about the direction of the light in this painting.
Lynn says, are you kidding me? This would take me 3 weeks.
Oh, well, we'll wait 3 weeks to see it. That's good, Lynn. It's good. Maybe it is what it is, right? Get that.
Well, you can take 3 weeks.
Yeah.
What have you got to do?
Yeah, for sure. We're not doing. You were saying that this is a good way to put some time in because you can paint till you're whatever age. You know, you can always, it's something to enjoy. And while you're focusing on this, you're not worried about what's going on out there. It's stuff you
Good
can't.
release.
Yeah. I think some people, fellow artists, have said, thank God for painting. And I do know that when you try to find, there's a big thing about trying to find paint supplies where everybody was like scrambling. Everybody started painting or something, I looked at some canvases that I bought one time. Why'd they triple the price on these? It seemed a lot more. Mm-hmm. That's, but I think next year at a garage sale, you'll be able to find all the art supplies you want. Because all those guys will be back to work.
Well, if anyone in Muskoka is looking for great art supplies, we've got Martin's Framing downtown Bracebridge. Yes. And they are excellent at customer service, but also finding what you need. And if you're in Huntsville, then North Art Supplies is a great local art store to support.
Martin's have a great Canadian brand of paint. The Amsterdam paint, and the other one that they have is
museum paint. Yeah.
Yeah, really, and that's nice. I've sort of said to myself, I'm going to try to buy local as much as I can.
So, what would be the difference, if you can tell people, between the paint that we include in our art kit and the paint you get at the dollar store?
Oh, leave it at the dollar store. It's you know what? Saying that, the paint at the dollar store, I actually have some over there probably. It's good for those kind of things you want to paint on wood, and then put a shellac over top of it. It seems to creep nice into wood, and the enamel one is better. Pigment, it's just, look at that blue. There, you see the blue? That blue and the yellow. You'd be hard pressed to find those bright colors that aren't so, that's pretty thick. Nice, not so thick. The transparent or the dollar store ones are more runny and not as much pigment in it, I would think.
So we use heavy body acrylic.
Right.
At the studio.
It's nice and thick. We could use palette. Oh, that's another thing too. Let's go there. So you got that little piece of credit card. So let's not forget to do that. So I'm going to just get myself some green mixed up. Ooh, that's cool. So there is an option of using a credit card here to just go along and maybe do some highlights. That didn't show up too well. That's going to... Maybe I want to do the grass here. It might be in your way a bit. But the credit card is sort of fun.
And what are you doing with your hand there? Like, how do you describe that?
I'm going to roll out some color, and then I'm going to take a bite off. So there's a little roll there. It's just like a palette knife you would use. But I'm just touching it, right? Just trying to get some, the main thing here is I'm just trying to get some direction, you know, strokes, because this is going that way, and there's a long way to go on that. That's going to be just putting some jabs in here. That's a really technical term, jabs.
Jabs, like light touch.
Yeah, yeah. We don't want to plaster it. You're more or less looking at. So I'm going to show you in white. Maybe that'll make more sense. So here I'm going to brush out the white. I'm going to get a little bit of it. So I've got, I can't tell where I am, a little bit of, there, can you see that? Yeah, I think so. So I don't want too much, but I'm just going to say, if I want to cross hair a little bit. Don't want to get carried away, just a little dab. Just to show some of it's not coming off. I'm going to try this side a bit. Maybe I've got more paint on this side. Just a little bit of a skin. That's too much white, I think. So I'm going to try to tone. I'm going to have to come back in with some color there. Don't make it exact. Just, you know, what happens, happens. Let's go there a bit. That's cool. Everybody get that little idea a bit? Let me put some back there even. So you can do a few things. You can do the bridge if you want. If you get it all out. I'm going to wipe my card off. Got lots of lovely cards here to use. Thank you, Teresa. I gotta just, what happens if I just dab the bridge, the highlights on the bridge? Just, you want to sort of even on your card. It might take a little practice there. Well, that's coming good. I always like the palette knife because if you want to paint fast, it allows you to put paint on pretty fast. Get there. And I can do the same thing in the dark if I want. I got a whole bunch of stuff down here to do too. There's a lot more work to do here. Oh, my computer survived. I'm going to go down here and do some more of this kind of stuff. I do like that. There's a fine sort of touch when you do this pull down a little bit with the brush. Like, you don't want to like put everything you got into it. Maybe you just want the end of your brush to do the work. I remember my painting days, house painting kind of things. You don't have to dip the brush when you're a kid. You're painting. You don't have to dip the brush right up to the neck. It's just, you know, you only have to use the end. It's the same thing with painting. I want this painting to be more blue. That's nice.
So for someone who's brand new to acrylic painting,
yep.
And if they're finding that everything is just blending completely, what's your advice?
Before you do another stroke, keep cloth in one hand and wipe. Change your color all the time. That didn't turn out so well up there. So I'll probably go back in there and fix that. Yeah, you got to take the paint off it, like, because then you probably have too much paint on your brush. So if you had, or if you're, I don't know if you can see from my palette. Like say if, I don't know if that makes sense, but if I mixed all the blue, if I did this and then painted just that in it, well, that's all I'm going to get is there. You know, that's going to be half the sky. So I just want to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then do a stroke. Then maybe take some yellow, do a different stroke. Try that kind of thing. But I'm wiping again. Keep it wiped. Do my little sponge.
More of a dry brush.
Yeah.
Go back in.
Yeah, like a different color. As this one is drying a bit more, it's a bit different. But remember when we were doing it, was all blended there. I'm just going to do the wrong one again. This is going to come up a bit more colored. So white going over top of it, it's sort of like that's an underpainting part. And I can sort of blend it in a bit if you want. There's so many options, there's so many styles. It's just
these style. I mean, your painting style is going to be not only the technique that you're learning from Sherry, but you're also going to have your own individual touch to it. So everybody's going to look a little bit different.
I think we've pointed out that a lot of my paintings are blue. That's it. Yeah. There is no other color to start with. I gotta get some more white back in here. The yellow varies from what to you have. You know, if you're putting a little green in it, putting a little brown in it. You get a couple different colors. I'm just going all over the place again. I'm gonna fill in. I'm gonna try to get everything covered a bit. More blue. Is everybody enjoying that bouncing around part, or is it driving you a bit crazy one?
No comment.
Oh, good. That's good. There's a fella that I was watching painting on, I don't know what it was, but he just starts and does this little corner, and then he does it little, like he's got it all sketched and a little bit longer. I thought, I can't, that's not my style. Everybody's got their own style. It's just that I want to picture this. That's why I started this one, is like, I want to picture the whole thing. So this color here doesn't happen to be in here. This maybe has to come down now. I wouldn't know that if I was painting, you know, just a little bit at a time, maybe. I don't know. To me. Let me put some of that reflections in. But that's trying to match that color up. Made a bit sense there to get that in, get it in there somewhere. We might not even get a lot of, lily pads were sort of the last thing I did, so I'll just show you how, more or less, in case we don't get that far. One of my classes, the review was, it'd be alright if Sherry didn't talk so much. I would shut up and paint.
I'm running out of power. I'm still listening.
What?
I'm still listening. I'm just running out of power back here.
Alright. Playing darts.
Yeah.
So, when you're painting, though, you're not looking at this whole thing. You got to look at your painting, not really what you're thinking. It's this one now you're doing, so it's going to be a bit different. I don't like that part, but, you know, it's got a long way to go. I'm going to show you how to do the grass, just in case we don't get too far there. I'm going to go back to the little brush. Where is the little brush?
Here.
Under that.
I think too, if you've never done an online tutorial before, one thing to keep in mind is that you should take this time just to learn the techniques that Sherry's teaching, and then maybe rewind it and start again, just to kind of keep going into it and add what you think you need in your painting, because it's going to be a little bit different, and Sherry might not be able to get through the entire finished painting the way that you would want it to be, so it's up to you individually to do that.
Also, if they want to, you know, I don't mind critiquing anybody's painting if they want to get it to me or something, you know, if most people don't need it, but, you know, if somebody's really stuck on something, I don't mind. Or Andrea doesn't mind. So, the whole idea with these grass is I'm trying to pull them in, and I think it leaning in sort of made sense a bit, but I'm putting the lighter ones on top. This is going to be a dark down here, but it's just that stroke where it's just going to go up, and almost like a runway stroke. You're leaving it off the canvas. Might do it look bigger than the other one, lighter. It dries a bit darker. No big deal.
We have Father's Day. A gift for Father's Day. This would be great.
Oh, you should. There's some. Yeah, I was gonna say there's some great stuff at Wildcard. Well,
there's. Oh yeah, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go online or you can come to the shop.
Yeah, it's got great window thing there going on.
I hear dads love handmade paintings though from people.
Yes.
Dads of all ages.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
That's right.
It does sort of make me laugh though how sometimes people will buy a poster or something, you know, and then think it's an art piece. Well, it's on paper, really, one thing, and it's not. It's somebody's art, but You could own an original art piece if you went to.
That's right.
You've got to go online to that shop thing. Just keep it. It's going to change, right? We're going to.
Yeah. We can keep adding every day.
Yeah, keeping Andrea busy.
I'm happy to do it.
And it's supporting small town business. Great. I have some of my paintings down at. Oh, there's a plug. Down at Vacation Time in Gravenhurst. And I hear now that they're going to be able to open up for, well, probably not for just view my paintings, but open up for cottage rentals again, which would be nice for businesses to get back on track, right? Mm-hmm. And cottage rentals would be maybe a good thing. But anyway, my paintings are down at that realtor office as well.
Well, Sherry, now your paintings are worldwide because they're on Facebook.
Oh!
On the internet.
I hear I've got people tuning in from Scotland tomorrow for this. It's apparently 11:30 over there now. I'm going to use this little brush for a bit and just go around. 11:30 over there, so we don't expect any of them to be online right now. 11:30 on a Friday night? I don't think so. So I'm just using that. I don't even know what to call this kind of stuff. I'm just scumbling around.
It's the scrub.
Scrub. The scrub stroke. I'm not fussed about that yellow. The yellow's in the other one. But I like where the brown come from. You just never know.
I think it's pretty cool how many colors you've got going.
From just a limited.
In your painting, yeah. It's just...
So I'm going to show you the how about the lily pads. And I think you really have to look at your painting and say, where would I want to put the lily pads? So I sort of like this piece here. I wouldn't put any there. If the lily pads were way back here, they're going to be tiny. But generally you got that little bit of a small brush, a little bit. You're just really doing a little bit of a dab. It's a bit of work. You're just going to keep going at it. It's a colored, this color is reflecting probably in there. So that's all it is a bit of a stroke. Shaky stroke. And they're only really suggesting that they might be lily pads. They're not really accurate kind of things. A lot of places I don't have any paint, which I don't mind. It doesn't. If I wanted to do a little bit of a flower on, I've got the other end of the brush. I could just do the bright end brush if I wanted to. So I just dab in a little bit. And you might think, oh, I got it too big. Don't worry about it. Let it dry and go back in. So it's just the other end of the brush, just a tiny wee bit of paint. And also, I could make these ones quite a bit bigger if I wanted to because they're close. So maybe over here, I'll just do another. It's just a bit of a stroke. It's blue. They're pretty dense, eh? And there are lots of them. Think, oh, I got too much, so I'll maybe just add some color in between. Just suggesting that it's lily pads.
So are you painting on the green part or the blue part?
Both, but I've mixed up a bit of color, like it's just a bit of the color from whatever I had, so that's a light powder blue kind of thing, so a little bit lighter there. I'll make those a bit bigger over there. And again, other end of the paintbrush, if I just want to put a little dot. If you want to get a toothpick or something like that, you could just pull up. Back here, there was some I put there, but I'll just put little wee bits back here. Maybe under the bridges more, I don't know. So, white on the bridge again. See if I'll keep going back if I can fix that up. White on the top and dark on the bottom, more or less. Oh, I gotta put that other rail in there. You could chalk this one if you want. If you're chalking anything, careful what. Just let the paint dry, and then you can take a damp cloth and take it off after. So, say if I chalk that line over there, I could paint over top of it, let it dry, and then it'll come up a bit later.
We just had a comment about maybe the volume. So just maybe turn towards the camera a little bit.
Me? You can't hear me? Honest to God. I'll speak up. I think that's the first somebody said they couldn't hear me. See, I told you.
Got
So-
some fellow local artists watching you.
Oh, did I?
Chris Evans and Mary Chloe.
Oh, those guys are
Yeah.
be good doing this too.
We'd love to see your paintings and when you guys are finished.
Yeah.
Post them on the Let the Cat Go page.
Yeah. That'd be good.
No pressure.
No pressure, yeah. Lynn, we'll expect yours in 3 weeks.
Oh, can you explain chalking again? What does that mean when you say
Oh.
chalking?
You got a piece of chalk in your kit. So I think it's a colored piece of chalk you got.
I also got white too.
Oh, right. Keep it. So say when you did the bridge, you chalked it and then we painted over it. But say, oh, I've moved the paint over and there's chalk lines still there. Wait till the whole painting is dry and then just wipe it with a damp cloth. You can get rid of the chalk marks. Be careful you don't put too much chalk. We used to use charcoal a lot, but charcoal was hard to deal with. It's okay, but you end up fighting with the charcoal a bit, so that's not fun. And black dust on your white sky isn't so much good. So good. There's kind of. I still don't like this part back here. I got the smaller brush going on now.
I also like chalk just because for beginners, especially if they're feeling nervous about where something should go, you could do the background of your painting, whatever it is, and then chalk in, you know, maybe some tree lines, or if you're doing, let's say, a cabin on a lake, you can chalk that in for yourself rather than just painting straight on. And then it just feels a little bit more comfortable that you have something on your canvas.
Sometimes if you were putting a cabin into a painting, you could actually cut out a little cabin and put it on your painting and say, oh, that's not really the size. It doesn't make sense for my painting, so I'll cut it down a bit and then get to where you're comfortable. Put it, yeah, but chalk's great. It's just, and you can get chalk pencils too, which are all kinds of products that are good to use. Everybody prefers something that chalk's quite inexpensive. Chalk's good for around the house for a lot of other things too, I find.
Like what, Sherry?
Huh. Drawing circles on the floor so you'd have to stay away from me.
Tracing the dead body.
Yes, chalking. Yes, chalking's good. Leaving no tail. I don't know what I use chalk for now. It's good. Let's think. I'll phone you tomorrow and let you know.
My husband loves it when the kids put chalk all over the outside of our house.
Oh, on the walls or on the...
Loves it.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I bet. Right.
No, he banned chalk a long time ago at our house.
Yeah. Now I'm just going all over the place. Not really particular changing everything. Just have a look. I think this color down here needs some. I still got that little brush going, so I'm just gonna scrub it in a bit. I want some parts that are solid a bit. I want everything so busy.
Ooh, nice stuff.
I got that on film.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems everybody's doing the Zoom thing or kind of stuff. It is, thank God we're going through this kind of thing when we have the technology. It's great. It's like I'm in your living room.
Can you imagine in the winter too?
Yeah.
All being stuck inside.
Yeah. That's when you got to get some paint supplies from Andrea. And you were talking about kits or something, maybe a different kind of thing. You know, maybe there's classes that we used to do a Thursday afternoon class. Maybe there's, open to suggestions, I suppose.
Well, and Diane's doing some Zoom classes up in Huntsville, which is a great idea.
Good.
And, maybe also if anyone's interested in Zoom classes where there's some more interaction while you're painting,
Yeah.
We'd love to hear about it, because we'd like to
Zoom
get our
party.
classes still going any way we can.
Yeah. Yeah, the Zoom technology is quite interesting. I did one the other day, and they were putting
Little green up in here. Would you do it like how? Why?
Oh,
why would you?
like here,
Yeah.
like there. I didn't put the dark in there yet.
Sorry, this. I'm thinking here. Like my question would be, why would you have this much light compared to the dark?
Oh, here we are. Are we back? Yep.
Good. Yeah, just thinking about if people are finishing up.
Okay, I'm gonna put some, like, because actually you do have this coming down in here a bit. So, but this is a point where you just really got to do a dry brush. It's a brush almost with taking a little bit off. So I'm just gonna go across and see if I can add some light value in there. And this is a matter of preference, really. It's just. And good idea, because it is going to dry. A real light touch, it's not. So I got too much there. I'm going to spread that out a bit. You could do your credit card thing here too. Put some light. Oh, here and there. Maybe in there, but there. I just sort of a colored white bit there. Wouldn't be too light underneath the bridge, but sneak it out there. I think this one had a lot more. I'm gonna turn my brush on the side a bit for this one too. I do like that part. I don't want to go over that. Get some more light down here. It's going to dry a little bit in, and if you don't like it, you can always go over a bit. Almost no paint left on my brush, but it's a little bit coming off. That's a technical term too. Alright, I'm going to try a little greeny light. Oh, look at that color.
So if people are going back in tomorrow,
yep,
and the painting is completely dry, any advice for
so
if they start painting and they're like, whoa?
Well, you're just going to go back at it like how we started. So you're going to mix up your colors. You might find that, like, say if I was going back at this spot here tomorrow, that's dry right now. So if I wanted to lighten that up, I just grab some more white. Maybe I'll use the background, but there was sort of these, it'll blend through. And you might have to do a bit of it over. Paint there. There's no right or wrong. At it a bit. And a good thing about the paint, that's a great thing. Beauty of it. Keep your lids on. Wash your brushes.
Got Tim watching from Kitchener.
Tim.
And he complaining. He says he's getting paint all over the floor. Doesn't know what's going on. It's a free artist.
What? Paint on the floor.
He's going nuts. He's really.
Are you throwing the paint out? And what kind of paint are you using? Is it a kit?
Well, he's kind of a free spirit, so. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'd like to see this picture.
Yeah. Who even knows what he's painting? You never know.
Well, you never know. It might take you to a different spot. So you'll get up tomorrow and look at this and say, and keep it near you. Carry it around with you. Be fun. Paint all over the floor. Don't even know what to say about that one. I have paint on my computer. I gotta fix up my bridge again.
So what would be the benefit of doing an 11 by 14 instead of a 16 by 20 or a 6 by 6? Like, why would people pick this?
I like this size because look at the size of brushes we use, we're quite small. If we were doing, like I do the 16 by 20s when we're doing the live class because you can see them. But this, you could do a lot of things, like you turn it the other way too. The 8 by 10 never seemed to be my favorite. I don't know what it is about that size. It just seemed to be too small. You had to go to mini brushes and it was just a bit... I like the size. This size of canvas, you could put anywhere. You could put it in a hall, you know, that kind of thing. It's not going to be, if you did a great big one, you'd have to display it over your couch, and that's not very desirable sometimes. But
I think the bathroom is really underrated as an art place.
And outhouse. Outhouse. People were telling me that they were using their paintings to do their outhouse. That's perfect. Garage. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, anywhere. But I just prefer this size. I just think it's just a great size.
And I've got some questions. Some people were asking, why would you, or when would you paint the sides?
The sides?
Why or when? Like the edges?
You should have painted them. Actually, if I wasn't teaching on this one, I did go around the edge enough. But because I'm not going to take that time right now. But yes, it would be good, because if you were doing a frame, a floating frame, you know, you might come there and you might see a peak there. This size is actually good for just grabbing a frame from the pre-made frame, or take it to Martin's or something, because it's a good size. It's not like so expensive to frame. But
Cole thinks you're doing a great job.
Oh, thanks, Cole. Is he painting?
No.
Oh.
Guaranteed. No. But he should.
Yes.
He should. He's a good painter. I bet you he's drinking beer.
Oh. Is it happy hour?
Places. Such a
Look at that one. It turned out, it got green in there. And that's not, I don't mind that. That's cool. For now. Oh, I gotta fix up this one here. I'm gonna put a little dark on it. That was the one that we added later. I want to put a dark bottom on that. But as I say, I could fix this up for hours and you guys are going to be bored out, so I'm just going to get it to a certain point probably.
So when you say dark bottom, show them your palette there. Because Sherry just like very quickly mixed blue, brown, green together.
I mixed just dark values. Like the biggest question, or one of the biggest questions besides the water thing, is how come you don't use black? I don't use black a lot. I do use it once in a while, but this is not harmonized. If I put black in this painting, it's not going to harmonize it. These dark colors, there's blue in there. You can see it. There's brown in there, and there's brown in everything. It's actually a mother color of everything's all mixed in. That's so. But this dark blue and dark brown makes the best. That's ultramarine blue. That's my fave, and it makes the best dark color. So there is a Payne's gray you can get sometimes, but this painting is all about harmonizing it and making it blend. I think I'm on the wrong cue there.
Lynn said that her instructor told her to paint the sides, so she's already done that.
She's great. She's great. But Lynn, are you using these colors, or you got your own colors going?
Well, Chris had some good advice.
Yeah.
Chris was saying that it's nice to paint your edges so that you walk into a painting. The edges are
very good.
done.
Yes.
Nice way to say it, Chris.
That's nice. Yes. Perfect. Oh, I wandered off here. A little thicker than I wanted to here, so this middle one is a bit of a. I'll have to come back and touch that up. Yeah, if I wasn't teaching tonight, I would have been doing the things at the same. I probably could do it, but that's a waste of time for tonight. But yeah, if you roll that, if you're painting, roll it right around, because you can see the top of this isn't. You know, not too often you see the bottom, but you do see the sides and the top, depending on where you're gonna hang it. It would be nice if it was completed.
So I'm gonna say we've got about 15 more minutes.
All right, perfect.
Just because normally our paint nights go to 8:30 if you're in the studio, but we also have drink breaks and washroom breaks and all that kind of stuff.
And now that I found out I'm with you forever, interested in doing one of those party things, like, I did paint parties with something I turned 60 and that, but you could do that. Like, everybody could be at their own house and do it, right? It'd be cool.
Oh, Lynn's using Payne's Gray, of course.
She's using what?
Lynn's using Payne's Gray, of course.
I knew that. She's got her toolbox out with all her paints in it.
Why don't we should do a competition. You and I could do a paint off.
Yeah.
Let's
do it outside.
2 different styles in a paint off.
Like a landscape artist of the year.
That's right.
Yeah.
Except I don't do landscape, so
Oh.
you would win.
Well, what would we paint?
We could paint cats.
I have a story about that. I had this Etsy shop on for like 10 minutes on there, and I thought, what is this? I said, nobody's selling anything except I go on eBay. And every painting of a little cat was selling like crazy, and I thought, what, am I going to have to start painting cats? No, I'm not going to. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You can do it.
So I'm not doing it.
I know. Let's do flowers because neither one of us like that.
Yeah, not in a vase.
Flowers in a vase.
No!
And you and I have to do it in under 10 minutes.
Under 10? Holy, this size?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Any tool is allowed.
Hands. I can't even think of what flower to do. 10 minutes, that's enough. Let's do it.
We could do it.
Do it 20, 15.
Okay,
15. I can't cover up my mistakes in 10 minutes.
And Jeanette, we should get Jeanette in there.
Oh yeah.
All of the other
Everybody could do their own
artists.
Well,
we should
wait
do
till
a
my
Wild
garden
Arts-
comes out, we'll do it here.
Let's do a Wild Arts Collective paint off.
Are we inviting Cole?
Paul?
Yeah, Paul.
Yep.
Oh no!
Yeah, if you were on the CBC, that's Colin and Cindy. If you're featured by CBC, you're not allowed to play.
Yeah. Or you have to paint with your other hand.
That's it.
Hands behind your back. Yeah.
All right, you've got 10 minutes. What are the last words? Last words of advice.
Let's see. Well, I just got to step back for a second. So, you know how to do the thing. If you want this color to come in a bit, this matching here would be okay. The dark under the bridge, maybe.
So why?
A dark because it'd be a shadow, maybe. I think the light source is probably here. So maybe you'd have a dark part. It wouldn't be so sunny there. It might be sunny here.
Mm-hmm.
That's just I don't know where the original one is. I think I'd make this a bit more dark there. It's nice to have like that dark spot. I think if I had more time, I'd make this dark through here a bit more. And
so you're just trying to balance your eye, right?
Yeah. It's not balanced right now because there's a line right across there. That's not so good. This has got some. So if generally tonight I didn't walk back enough. So that's why I like using a tripod. If you had something to lean up, because you could walk back and have a look at it. I'm about 10 feet back and I can see all different things I want to change on that now. Oh, look at this. You could make this like a Muskoka one and do it like a little tree in there. That could be a Muskoka edition.
There's your Muskoka Monet.
Yeah, what the heck. But yeah. Yeah, you want to balance it out a bit. I think this is going to dry a bit darker. I don't, there's patches here that don't blend in kind of thing. Maybe a bit more. Now I'm messing it up. But, yeah, and I think you know how to do the bridge. Light on top, shadow on the bottom. So just take your time. That would be a bit more darker down there. Light on top. It's finicky. When it dries, too, that you can actually just get your brush and just do it fine. These brushes come really good. And don't forget your foam brush. You could do that, or your credit card. You put more lily pads in. This, you could put more. You could put sand in here if you wanted to. Kind of if you wanted it more of a, oops. That's not really the right color. If you wanted a spot where there was more like sand, to lighten it up a bit, you can do that kind of thing too. It's all, in the strokes. Generally, the strokes in the water are going to be, this is still water, so it's not
Horizontal?
horizontal, yeah, stroke's good. Just change it up a bit, but yeah, I don't like that, so you go back and put some blue in. Doesn't matter. Anything. Just pump up the color if you want. But if you've mastered using just those limited palette and make a painting out of it, you see that it comes in a bit, you know, different. It's good.
Where's your moose?
Here, behind here. He's actually feeding down here.
Now you're just getting crazy.
Yeah. What can you say?
I think that's great.
Yeah, anyway, that's just a guideline of how, you know, you got the strokes, you got, it's a different style. Having fun.
It's great.
Cool.
Thank you, Sherry.
Oh, you're welcome. It's fun.
I'm back, and remember, I'm in Sherry's garage, so I'm being safe. You should be safe too. Have fun with your Muskoka painting. If you want to see more of this, dear God, it's hot. If you want to see more paintings and more tutorials, definitely go online. We've got a private YouTube channel, and there's over 150 tutorials and art kits that you can purchase. You see my face almost every single day, which would be amazing, except with no mask because I'm in the studio. Look I'm talking with my eyes. All right.
You should put one of those, I should pay you.
You should pay me on my face. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to try and figure out how to turn this off. Might be a little fumbling, but we really appreciate you guys watching, and we hope that you have a great time. For if you missed this and you want to go back and start again, it'll take me about 5 minutes, and we're going to load that link, and you can go anytime you want to do this YouTube tutorial. Bye, guys. Have a great night.